All right, this is Fox 45, and I'm getting ready to cut them off because I was downtown earlier. Y'all talking about Brandon Scott, Nick Mosby, Marilyn Mosby. Well, let's talk about the truth speaking to power. All right, let's talk about truth speaking to power. See who that is? Racism don't work without black cooperation. All right, T.J. Smith is a witness. He's a witness when we was in Kevin Davis's office, and I was telling him about my kidnapping in 2011 and 2007. He's also a witness in Johnny Oleszky's office. He came from Howard County where Kevin Davis went to Baltimore County, then he ran for mayor. That's how they move money around town. All right? Y'all locked me up for toilets. Now we playing Operation Dominoes. All right? That's Governor Hogan. Everything that Governor Hogan got, need to turn over to the federal government. I need a federal investigation because I was kidnapped. That's Johnny Oleszky. He asked for an investigation in 2019. My representatives haven't done it yet. That's the First Amendment of the Constitution. That gives me a right to put toilets wherever I want to. Them toilets was about white supremacy in the Democratic Party. You want us mad to be mad at Donald Trump? No, I'm mad at Senator Cardin because y'all created a criminal enterprise. And I contacted, I'm going to open this shit up. I contacted Chief Roberts of the Supreme Court in 2007 and told him I was making a documentary. Told him I was making a movie. Told him I wanted to approach the Supreme Court about the war on drugs, N62528. So you can contact Chief Justice Roberts in 2007. That's how long I've been doing it. I contacted the Justice Department, the FBI, and everybody. I'm from Chicago. I'm not from around here. I'm from a place called Zion, Illinois. And that's Brian Frosch. Brian Frosch been knowing about this since he was Senator Frosch. Brian Frosch was knowing this when he ran for Attorney General because he was at a meeting with me, Hassan Giordano, Brian Vaith. It was a police accountability, no, it was a police NAACP candidacy forum for 2014. I ran against Governor Hogan. I'm a black Republican. I'm a black Republican, and Donald Trump got all this. So does Grassley. So does the turtle. So I made Elmer's glue. I'm getting ready to build toilets like you build a bear. I'm getting ready to start shitting on politicians because you treat us, you lynch us, you kill us, you murder us. I was making a movie and a documentary. Like I said, I wanted to go to the Supreme Court. That's the Supreme Court. That's me. And that's the movie right there. That's GOP Carter. That's Brown Omen 2014. That's the IRS. That's Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake. So you get a toilet.
When you know you are in trouble and your butt begins to bubble, diarrhea.
Yeah, your butt getting ready to bubble because they're going to start looking at your investment portfolio. You went after Mosby. Well, go after Blake. Check the people who be booking. No. Y'all come talk to me. Y'all going to pay me for this one. Mayor Pugh gonna snitch. Like I said, this is a Stop Snitching video. I work with Alpha Justice. I'm a member of Alpha Justice. And those names right there are inmates that have been incarcerated illegally. All right? Like I said, I'm an independent filmmaker. We're making a movie about race and racism. Racism don't work without black cooperation. On February the 7th, 2011, y'all locked me up and charged me with terrorism because I applied for Martin Luther King's job. I was exposing the money Trump and other white people make off the war on drugs, white supremacy. I used the toilet to do it. These are the toilets. That's Al Retmer. I was insured when I did it. This is my art studio. And this is the art. Like I said, the city solicitor knew about this. This is the city solicitor's office. See the date? That's 2011. These are the cases. Like I said, I went out for justice. This is the Maryland flag. Because the Maryland flag had Dred Scott. Chief Justice Townley of the Supreme Court said that blacks have no rights in which white America respects. So I was making a movie called Dred Scott. I got one movie called Baltimore Rewired, and they all tied together. And they all tied to the war on drugs. All right? See that? That's Governor Hogan, Bobby Zirkin. Y'all make a lot of money off of black bodies, and that's why y'all work together. That's Nick Mosby and Marilyn Mosby. Y'all got a common denominator here, the haves and the have-nots. That's the NAACP, Thurgood Marshall, Frederick Douglass. It's about slavery under the 13th Amendment, racism 101. That's Jane Miller, the role the media plays in misinformation. Because like I said, I'm an activist. I'm not a terrorist. If you've seen the movie The 13th Amendment, he participated in the war on drugs. If you've seen the movie The 13th Amendment, the corporation ALEC goes through Donald Fry and the president of the, Greater Baltimore Committee. The 13th Amendment, remember? Remember the 13th Amendment? Well, that's the new face of old Jim Crow. That's the Attorney General's office. And that's Mr. Clippinger. You go to Mr. Clippinger and get all the emails from ddshortman at gmail.com. Get all the emails. Get all the letters, because y'all banning me on Facebook and y'all banning me on Twitter and you banning me on social media because I put your names out there. I'm going to pull your card. That's Clippinger. That's Corey McCray. All right. You see who this is? Chief of Staff. Donald Fry. Photos. Mr. Brooks. See that? Jill P. Carter staff. It's about the Underground Railroad. Like I said, I ain't got nothing to hide. It's about the war on drugs. It's about pole pit pimping. Like I said, we cleaning up the streets. That's the NAACP. That's 2007. That's the Department of Justice, prison industry. That's me, honorably discharged veteran. That's Kiefer Mitchell. Everything Kiefer Mitchell got since he was Senator Mitchell need to turn over. Since he was a member of the Maryland Black Caucus, he need to turn over. Everything Kurt Anderson got, he need to turn over. Because like I said, I'm right there. That's the Secret Service. That's President Obama. He asked for an investigation. Frank Conway is a witness and a defendant because he sat on the Judiciary Board and heard all my testimony. His daddy destroyed evidence. That's Bosley Avenue. Your daddy destroyed evidence. You feel me? Let me get this right. Your daddy destroyed evidence and you a witness and a defendant. You part of Governor O'Malley's mob machine. You part of Governor O'Malley's mob machine too because he brung you in on gay marriage, marriage equality. He needed that gay vote. He needed that transgender vote. He needed that money in the pocket because you got a lot of money there. I told you I was making a movie about y'all and I didn't want you to sue me. So you didn't sue me. You just charged me with terrorism and locked me up. It's making a movie about your police and your police department. That's 2009. Long before I got locked up in 2011. It's about the great race debate, about racism. Like I said, racism don't work without black cooperation. That's Barbara Mikulski. Yeah, y'all gonna get all the visits that I went to D.C., all the visits I went to Annapolis, and everybody's card. Because you know about it. That's Senator Cardin's. See that? In regards to your documentary. See that? This is my documentary, 2007. Shorty. Y'all can read, right? I was making a movie about your prison industry and your inmates in Illinois and in Maryland. And I broke you down. People versus the state of Illinois versus Dwayne G. Davis. And this David Irwin, Ed Norris. See the witness list, Rob Fix. I was making a movie. I went home on vacation. I came back on probation. So I gave everybody's names and everybody's number up for that. You see that? Filming a documentary. State Illinois, 07CF4988. See that? I was exposing the corruption in your courts. I named your judges, your lawyers, and your politicians. You see that? You see that? These are names, dates, and it's on court record. Unless they destroyed it, it go to that case. See that? It went to Governor Blagojevich, Patrick Fitzgerald, of U.S. Justice Department. Respectfully submitted. 13107. You see that? We clear on that? That's Senator Cardin's. It's the war on drugs. These are the cases. This is our representative. This is our representatives. And that's Brandon Scott. He was Councilman Scott when I did this. See that? 2008. Inmate. Pleas allowed. That's President Obama. Kerry Cagua. Legal notice that I gave to city, county, state, and federal levels. I know how to represent myself. I know the law. And I follow the procedures of the law. You feel me? Billy Murphy know about it. All of Billy Murphy's clients, the Baltimore Sun getting ready to get this new ownership. Well, this case is going to blow the doors out of a lot of people's pockets. Because like I said, I'm a whistleblower. 2008, Public Justice Center. Whistleblowers application. President Trump, Senate Judiciary, House Judiciary, Supreme Court, Chief Justice Roberts. That means that you got to take everything I gave Congressman Cummings and you got to take me in front of a federal grand jury. You got to do your job or quit. You got to define the moment right now. Do you work for the people or do you work for Alec, the corporation? Do you work for the people or do you work for Donald Fry? Do you work for the people and the NAACP like Thurgood Marshall? Because if you don't work for them, that means that you don't work for us. This is your job and this is your life. Because like I said, I brought the toilets to D.C. Ceasefire. That's the toilet you locked me up for. You didn't lock me up in D.C., so why did you lock me up in Baltimore? Taxation without representation is a violation of my constitutional right. I've been paying my taxes. So I want a federal and a state audit. I've been paying my taxes. That's Shorty's Pit Beef. That's GOP Carter. We talking about ending corruption, criminal justice reform. Well, GOP Carter, take my application. GOP Carter, these are the rules of the Supreme Court. If I don't get the grand jury, I can move to the Supreme Court. These are the people that know about it. See that? AOL, Chicago FBI, Baltimore FBI. You see that? I don't want no misunderstandings about nothing and nobody. You know all about this since 2009. You was part of the Maryland Black Caucus. I want Governor O'Malley and this mob machine. The same way that you sent me to jail, I want to send them to jail. Dwayne G. Davis, because I was kidnapped by the state by the order of Governor O'Malley with the aid and assistance of Chief Johnson and Greg Bernstein, Scott Schellenberger. Y'all send black people to jail. Let's see if they send these white people to jail. That's kidnapping, theft of property. You see that? That's a writ of mandamus. I filed my paperwork and I gave it to you, Mr. Murphy, but you don't want none of that. See that? That's a compliment of fraud by the state. By the state. That's Scott Schellenberger. That's my Department of Justice ID number. See the Department of Justice, Scott Schellenberger. See the date, 2014. Y'all won't prosecute Schellenberger because you got a lot of cases. But that statement of charges right here is another case that he filed against me. I want to go to trial. Because we putting your courts on trial. See that? Dwayne Shorty Davis. See that? Consent to be videotaped. That's the Chicago Tribune. Y'all want to buy the Chicago Sun? Sun-Times, the Tribune, the Baltimore Sun? Yeah, I'm showing the role of media plays and misinformation because that toilet was there. I put a toilet in front of your WJZ. And this is the property that you took from me. 07CF. It's the defendant's property to be returned. See the date? 2009. My lawyer participated in fraud in the court. He knew that I was making a movie and a documentary, and that tape right there is worth $10 million. The state took that property. People versus Davis. That tape right there. This property right here. Schellenberger right there. Department of Justice. If you investigate Schellenberger the way you're supposed to, he gonna snitch. You got a job to do. Do your job or lose your job because you represent Black America. We've been here for 400 years. You signed off on the crime bill. You created the situation that we living in. Now it's your time to make do. It's your time to make up for what you did to us. This is sitting on your shoulders. And I ain't gonna let you get a pass. When I see you, I'm gonna treat you. I'm gonna treat you just like them. Because that paperwork is in the court's hands. Judge Bennett. Governor Hogan ain't doing his job. He protecting white supremacy. So are you protecting white supremacy in Alec? Are you the new face of old Jim Crow? Are you? Because Baltimore need to know. Because I'm going to give you some Thurgood Marshall. I'm going to give you some justice.